Hello, hello, hello. Hi, students. I think I'm stuck. Hello. Hi, students, everybody. Am I visible? Did the session start? Yes, it has started. Welcome to V Karnataka KCT and Boards, guys. I'm Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher, and today we are going to see 1 mark questions for your PU board examinations. Okay, so let us start the session without wasting any time. Let us start with the chemistry part. After that, we are also going to see physics, mathematics, and bio as well. Okay, so everybody, let us start the session. Okay, so just give me a second. Yes, okay, let us start. The first question, as you can see over here, is non-polar molecule. In non-polar molecular solids, the particles are held together by hydrogen bonds, ionic bond, covalent bond, or London forces. They are saying non-polar, which is not polar. Okay, there is no polarity in that case, right? The particles are held together by London forces. So answer is going to be D is the correct answer, right? Okay. Next question on your screen we have, which of the following is a colligative property? So we have 4 colligative properties in our syllabus, right? First is relative lowering in vapor pressure, elevation and boiling point, depression and freezing point, and then we have osmotic pressure, right? So here we can see, acha, when very important thing, osmotic pressure or osmosis, which of the following is the colligative property? Osmosis, the process is the colligative property, or osmotic pressure? Colligative property is that which is directly proportional to the number of solute particles. So osmotic pressure is directly proportional, that is pi equals to CRT, where C is the molarity. Okay, molarity means molarity is equals to number of moles of solute. So that means this will be, because we know that here it is concentration is number of moles of solute divided by volume. This is R and this is T. So definitely we can see it is directly proportional to the number of moles of solute, right? So B is turning out to be the correct answer here, right? Next is, which of the following term is dependent on temperature? Now the terms that are dependent on the volume are dependent on the temperature. Okay, the terms that are dependent on the volume are dependent on the temperature, right? Is that clear? So here we will see which of the following terms are dependent. Molarity is equals to number of moles of solute divided by, beta, what is the formula? What is the formula of molarity? Molarity is number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liters. If this is in milliliters, then we will multiply this by 1000. Okay. Mole fraction is number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles. Molality is small m, number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent. If this is in grams, then this will be multiplied by 1000. Okay. Mass percentage means weight of solute divided by weight of solution multiplied by 100. So we can see only one term that is dependent on the volume. So molarity is temperature dependent, and how? It is inversely proportional to the temperature, right? It is inversely proportional to the temperature. Next, how much electricity in terms of Faraday is required to produce 1 mole of aluminium from Al3 positive? Okay, so we have Al3 positive, right? They are saying how much aluminium it is required. This is Al3 positive to Al, that means you have to gain 3 electrons, right? So electricity means you need to have, you can say, for 1 molecule of Al, you need to have 3 electrons. For 1 mole of Al, you need to have 3 mole of electron. 3 mole of electron. That means 3 multiplied by 1 mole of electron. Can you tell me what is the value of 1 mole of electron? Mole, 1 mole of electron is nothing but it is called 1 Faraday, right? That is 96500. So if this is directly given to you, answer will be C. If they give you it in the form of digits, so it will be 36500. Multiply this and you will get your answer, right? So answer is going to be 3F is the correct answer here. Got it, everybody? 3F is the correct answer here. Next point on your screen, we have units of rate constant for zero order reaction. Okay, so here what you have to do, just remember the direct units, general formula of units. General formula of units. You don't need to remember this for each and everything. Remember the general formula of units. Okay, so general formula of units is, wait a minute, it is mole per liter 1 minus n per second. If you say n, that is order is 0. If n is equals to 0, then it is going to be, everybody, it is going to be mole per liter 1 minus 0 per second. It is going to be mole per liter 1, that is same, right, per second. Okay, here it is per second. So answer is going to be what? Answer is going to be mole per liter per second. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer. Okay, A is the correct answer. Next question on your screen, we have electrolytic refining. Yes, everybody, electrolytic refining is used to purify which of the following metal? Electrolytic, this is from product of electrolysis. So out of these metals, copper is that which is used, where we use electrolytic refining to make pure copper out of impure copper, right? Okay, we take usually anode as the impure one, right? Okay, so here what exactly happens? Electrolysis, by electrolysis, this is the, suppose one beaker, here you have one is anode, one is cathode, right? Okay, what will happen? We know that at anode side there will be loss of electron. So this is the impure copper at anode side. At anode side you will have the impure copper. Impure copper will lose the electron, will get converted to Cu2 positive plus 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons are now in the solution. Suppose this is anode, this is cathode. Now what will happen? Because anode electrode is getting dissociated, it is getting lost, just getting dissociated in Cu2 positive and 2 electrons. So what will happen here? It is going to decrease, and furthermore what will happen? Here this copper, the pure copper, is going to take the electrons here, Cu2 positive. This is pure, not Cu2 positive, Cu2 positive ions from solution. This is from the solution. They are going to take 2 electrons and get converted to Cu, right? Now gain of electron is at cathode, right? It is at cathode, right? Now you will have the formation of pure electrode. That is how it is called electrolytic refining of copper. We make pure out of impure copper, right? That is electrolysis, right? Okay, so this point is very important, that anode is taken as the impure copper, right? And there is formation of this anode mud. For example, when it is losing out the ions here, it is also losing impurities here, right? Those impurities are deposited here as anode mud. Those impurities are deposited here as anode mud, okay, as anode mud, right? Okay, very, very good evening, students, very, very good evening. Okay, next question is the noble gas which does not occur in the atmospheric air. Atmospheric air, which does not occur? Helium, yes, it is in the air. Neon, it is some little bit in the air. Argon is also in the air, right? But radon, that is not in the air, right? Okay, that is a radioactive element that is not in the air, that is not present in the air, right? Okay. Next is the valence shell electronic configuration of atomic number 24. Now, if you want to really score good in DNF block and coordination chemistry for your PU boards, then students, this particular electronic configuration that I'm going to teach you here is very, very important. Saktiv kar man fi ko ni ku jan. Okay, this is very, very important. Let me just have some space here. Wait. Saktiv kar man fi ko ni ku jan. Okay. You can also learn this with any mnemonic of your choice. This is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. Okay. Here, this is the exceptional electronic configuration and this is the exceptional electronic configuration. Others are same. That is, you will just write 4s and 3d. Just write 4s and 3d. Write 4s and 3d. Write 4s and 3d. Okay, write this 5-6 times more. 4s and 3d. 4s and 3d. 4s and 3d. 4s and 3d. 4s and 3d, 4s and 3d. Okay, now just write down the electrons here. How to write down the electrons? 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, I'll just write with some other pen. Let's use this pen. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay, 2, 3. I told you this is the exception, right? So here it should be 2, 4, but D4 is not very stable as compared to D5. So if it can gain one electron and become D5, it would love to do that. So it will just take out one electron and it will become 1, 5. Okay, so this is 1 and 5. That's why this is the exceptional electronic configuration. Right? Okay, that's why it's the exceptional electronic configuration. Let's write it by 1 and 5. Okay, next is again same. That is 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8. Now again exception, it should be 2, 9. But if it gains one electron, it will become 1 and 10, which is definitely more stable. So it is going to be 1 and 10. This is what, guys? This is 2. This is 30, na? So it's not 2. 30 will be 2 electrons here and 10 electrons here. Right? Because, you know, before this we have argon. Okay? So that's why. Now, out of this, if you know this, you will be able, this will help you in DNF block and coordination chemistry. And coordination chemistry. This will help you in these two things. Right? Okay? Now, the answer for 24 is 4s1 3d5. That is, B is the correct answer here. B is the correct answer. Okay? Arey beta, say something in the comment section. If you don't answer, then how you will answer in the exam hall? Indicate the complex sign which shows geometrical isomerism. Okay, which shows geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism means cis and trans. So, it is 4 here, not possible. It is 6, definitely not possible. NC is also not possible. For A, it is possible. CR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, H2O here, H2O here, and Cl2, Cl2. Let's say Cl2, Cl2 are opposite to each other. Right, Cl and Cl are opposite. This is H2O, this is H2O, this is the trans isomer. Right, this is the trans isomer. This is trans. What about cis, ma'am? What about cis, ma'am? This is Cr 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here it is going to be Cl here, Cl here. This is H2O, this is H2O, this is H2O, this is H2O. So here answer is going to be, this is cis. Okay, this is cis. So answer is what, guys? Answer is A is the correct answer. Right? A is the correct answer. Okay. Next is, which of the following has highest melting point? Highest melting point here. Everybody, which of the following has highest melting point? Highest melting point. Ortho, dichlorobenzene. Ortho dichloro means this is the benzene that you have, right? On the ortho position, this is 1Cl, this is 1Cl, ortho dichloro. Then there is meta. Meta means this is Cl and this is Cl. For melting point, now more is the symmetry, more will be the melting point. So tell me which has maximum symmetry. Which has maximum symmetry? Anybody in the comment section? Which has maximum symmetry? Can you identify this here? Can you identify the maximum symmetry over here? Maximum symmetry. Maximum symmetry. More is the symmetry, more will be the melting point. So answer is going to be C is the correct answer here, right? Next is IUPAC naming of wood spirit. Wood spirit. Anybody in the comment section? By the time, let me see if you're next after this, na? Let us see. You will have Baswa sir's class, bio class. Okay, after this in 5 minutes, bio class is going to start, right? So let me just inform sir. Okay, yes. IUPAC name of wood spirit is called methanol. So answer is A is the correct answer. Okay, next question is, which of the following is more acidic in nature? So here, as you can see, acidity is defined as if you have an acid, right? If it loses H positive, more it is, what is acidity? The amount, if it can lose H positive, it is a good acid. Now, any acid can lose H positive if after losing H positive, it is still in a stable form. So, that means this should be stable. And I told you carbon ion is like stress. Okay. If you have carbon ion, that is like stress. When you give stress to someone, they are sad. When you take out stress from someone, they are happy. Carbocation is like money. When you give someone money, they are happy. When you take out money from someone, they are very, very sad. Right? Okay. So here that means we have to look for whether it is electron donating or electron accepting. Right? Am I stuck here? Am I stuck? Wait a minute. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yes, guys, am I audible? Am I visible? Students, am I audible? Am I visible? Okay. So, this is what I was telling you, that acid is which loses H positive, and after losing H positive, it is still in a very stable form. Okay. So, a carbocation, if after losing, okay, it is a carbon ion that after losing H positive is still stable, that means it is a good acid, right? So, carbon ion, if you are giving electron to them, you are giving stress to someone, they are sad. When you are taking stress from someone, they are very happy. So, here, this is Cl, electron withdrawing group, electron withdrawing group, electron withdrawing group. Now, maximum electron withdrawing, when you're taking out stress from someone, they are happy. That means they are stable. So, maximum electron withdrawing group capacity is for fluorine. So, answer is going to be D is the correct answer. Right? The hybridized state of nitrogen in trimethylamine. What is trimethylamine? This is NCH3, CH3 and CH3 and CH3. Okay. Now, here tell me which of the following hybridized state you have to tell me. This is 1 sigma, 2nd sigma, 3rd sigma and 1 lone pair, 3 sigma plus 1 lone pair is equals to 4. 4 is nothing but it is sp3 hybridized. So, answer is going to be C is the correct answer. Okay. Next is the hormone which increases the blood sugar level. The hormone which increases the blood sugar level, that is glucocorticoids, glucagon, progesterone and thyroxine. You can also do this by the elimination method. Progesterone is definitely, this is a female hormone. Thyroxine is related to your iodine and all, right? So here glycogen is that which increases the blood glucose level, right? Okay, because glycogen is stored in our body, right? It is stored in our body. Whenever we need, for example, I have not eaten in one day, then still how you are alive, right? So the body stores glycogen in our body. So after that, when you need, it increases the, when you need, it can give you the glucose level. It can increase the glucose level, but sometimes it is also like increase in a bad manner. Okay. Next is low blood oxygen causes climbers to become weak and unable to think clearly. Symptoms of this condition are low blood oxygen. So what is that? When you go, like this is some mountain. Okay, let's draw a mountain. Let's draw this mountain. Do you remember in our in small classes we used to draw these kind of mountains, and this is that clouds, right? Now someone is climbing here. Someone is climbing. They have reached the highest point. So as you go up, your pressure, atmospheric pressure is going to decrease, right? According to Henry's law, solubility is directly proportional to the pressure. If atmospheric pressure decreases, that means solubility also decreases. Atmospheric pressure decreases, solubility will also decrease. If solubility decreases, it will be difficult for the oxygen to get into our bloodstream and we will not be able to breathe, right? So that is why this condition is called anoxia. Okay, this condition is called anoxia. Okay, this is basically an application, not an application, I would say. The reason is Henry's law. Okay, one other reason is also scuba divers. So when you're doing the scuba diving, okay, what exactly happens here? In scuba diving, divers, what they take some cylinder with them, right? So in that cylinder, they have helium also filled. Reason is why helium is filled? Because if you have oxygen only in that, you will go inside the ocean, right? What will happen? Pressure is going to increase, right? When you will go inside the ocean, solubility will increase, your blood will feel very happy, so much oxygen with me. After that, when you come out, pressure is going to decrease, solubility will decrease. So suddenly you give someone 20 crore rupees and then you take out those 20 crore rupees, they will feel very sad, na? Now, I don't have crore and crore of rupees, right? Okay, someone gives me those many rupees, then they take out from me, then I'll become sad. Now, I don't have, na, then I'll be happy only, right? So, when you give that much oxygen, then you take out this condition called bends, and that is very, very dangerous for our body, right? Okay, yes. Now, next is the criteria for effective collision of molecules are proper orientation and, yes, the criteria for effective collision of molecules are proper orientation and you need to have proper orientation. Molecules, they are reacting with each other, proper orientation should be there. Collision frequency should be there. And one more thing, guys, that is activation energy. Okay, that is activation energy. These three things or two things are responsible for your reaction. Okay, complete hydrolysis of HCF5, HCF6 will give, after adding water, what you will get? HCO2, right? Okay, so you will, sorry, HCO3, na, because 6 bonds you need to form, na, so it will be HCO3. Yes, next is alkyl magnesium halides are known as organometallic compounds, and organometallic compounds, especially alkyl magnesium halides, are known as Grignard's reagent. Acha, there is one more reagent that they can ask, that is also organometallic compound, that is Gilman's reagent. Gilman's reagent. Okay, and those who have not watched my lecture of naming reaction, go and watch that. Okay, so Gilman's reagent is R2CuLi. Coolie. Gilman is a coolie. Okay, chal. Okay, guys, so that's it for chemistry part. Now I'm just gonna call Baswa sir here, right? Just give me a second. Okay, guys, so now Baswa sir is going to start with the biology section. Then see you all tomorrow for 2 marks question. Bye bye. Take care.
So hello students, namaskara. Welcome to Karnataka. This is Baswaraj, so your biology master teacher. Students, quickly nange comment tilasi if I am audible and visible to each and every one of you. Quickly let me know in the chat right now if I am audible and visible to each and every one of you. Good afternoon or rather good evening ellarguno. Okay. Now students, ready na ellaru? Ready na to solve more questions. Now students, biology simple. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ದು 99% ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಡ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ they can ask you such questions. Here. For example, listen to me, all of you. Listen to me. Okay. For example, they can ask you what is microsporogenesis. Listen. Formation of microspore, that is pollen grain from microspore mother cell. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವರು what is megasporogenesis ಅಂತ ಏನಿಂದ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? If it is microsporogenesis, formation of microspore. Megasporogenesis, formation of megaspores. That's the difference. Okay, now here they can also ask you something called as monosporic development. Andre eno? For example, in the case of megasporogenesis, 4 different megaspores are produced, out of which 3 will degenerate and 1 will become into next stage. That is called as monospore development. Okay, next question nodi. Name the part of the flower that develops into fruit. Idi mellari gottu, ovary anta. But they can ask you now, name the part of the flower which develops into seed. Now tell me what is the answer. Now students. Name the part of the flower that develops into seed. That is ovules. Seed andre you should write always ovule. Okay. Now they can ask you one more question now. Sir, I am forming seed. Seed formation is happening, but without fertilization. Then what is that answer to the question, students? Yaradu heltira? Formation of seed without fertilization. Adukku question kelbodu. One more question, simple one more question. No? Formation of seed without fertilization. Apomixis. Or they can ask you formation of fruit. Without fertilization. That is parthenocarpy. So I will tell you exactly what type of question they can ask you apart from these questions also. So tumba important kelskobeku ellariga. Now, what is the function of tapetum in the anther? First of all, nimge artha madkoli ee anther alli tapetum ellirutte keliskoli. For example, students, if you see the anther wall diagram, this is the diagram for an anther wall, and if you can see here, tapetum is the innermost layer. Kanastideyalo? This is the tapetum. Function is very simple. The function of tapetum, it provides nutrition. To the growing pollen grains. Nutrition provide madutte. Okay. Or they can ask you, what is the function of endothecium and middle layer? Yenappa function? What is the function? The function of endothecium and middle layer is dehiscence. Seed dispersal help madutte, or pollen grains dispersal madutte. Not seed, is pollen grain dispersal help madutte. Pollen grains dispersal. So ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ನ, ಈ ಡಬಲ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ನ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ 1 mark, 2 mark or even 5 mark. So depending upon your marks, you need to change the way you answer the question. For example, ನಿಮಗೆ 5 mark ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೋಲನ್ ಪಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 1 mark ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? It is the process where the one male gamete fuse with the egg, that is syngamy, and other fuse with the two polar nuclei, triple fusion. So ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ triple fusion ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ syngamy ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now a question to all of you. Students, tell me in the chat quickly right now. All of you tell me, is syngamy ಆದಾಗ what is the product of syngamy? Anyone can tell me? I'll look at the chat here. Can anyone tell me what is the product of syngamy? Anyone who can tell me? ಈ syngamy ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? One male gamete egg ಜೊತೆ fuse ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? Here we get what do we get, students? Here zygote. Zygote ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ syngamy ಇಂದ. Zygote formation. They can ask you, what is the product of triple fusion? You tell me now. The product of a triple fusion is nothing but endosperm. Or they can ask you one more question. They can ask you, what is the ploidy of zygote? Ploidy, yes, chromosomes irte, set of chromosomes 2n. Or they can ask you, what is the ploidy of endosperm? Avaga 3n anta baribek neevu, 3n anta. So ee tara questions, so one question inda estond tara question barbodu. So all of you getting some idea now? One idea ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಯಾವ ತರ 1 mark question ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತ? ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಈಸಿ ಬಿಡಿ. ಯೂರಿನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ. only one type of sex organ is going to be there, either gynecium or andrecium ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, now name the structure that connects the ovule to placenta. ನೋಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ovule to placenta. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆನ್ಸರು? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ. ನೇಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ. ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಆನ್ಸರು. ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಇದು ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟು. ದಿಸ್ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ right here, this part here will connect to the placenta on top. Placenta, funicle idiyalli, connect to the entire placenta. Now here they can ask you what is hilum. They can ask you about hilum, or they can ask you about nucellus ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರೋದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಏನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, now which layer of the anther wall is responsible for the dehiscence of ಹೇಳದ್ನಲಾಗ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ, I told you before, dehiscence ಏನು? release ಅಂತ. So which anther wall is responsible for dehiscence of anther? That is endothecium and middle ಎರಡು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Type of pollination occurs in Commelia flower. ಏನಪ್ಪ Commelia flower ಅಲ್ಲಿ? I'll give you a small clue. Commelia flower ಅಲ್ಲಿ the flower is called as cleistogamous flower. It's called as cleistogamy. ಏನಪ್ಪ cleistogamy ಅಂದ್ರೆ? Cleistogamy ಅಂದ್ರೆ the flower is actually underground flower ಇದು. This flower does not open at all. ಈ flower open ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So if this flower does not open, students tell me in the chat right now, is there a possibility of cross pollination? Tell me in the chat. Tell me yes or no. If the flower does not open at all, is there a chance of cross pollination? Tell me. Cross pollination agata? Agalla. Only self pollination ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Doesn't have an option. Okay, so ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ, closed flower. Okay. They can ask you what is ploidy of the endosperm. ಆಗಲೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡು. Okay, now other questions are here. Let's discuss. Define apomixis. ಆಗಲೇ ಆಯ್ತು. What is the function of synergid? Notice ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, if this is the entire embryo sac ಅಲ್ಲಿ, here we will have egg cell and we have two synergids. For example, this is the egg cell and these are the two synergids. ಈ two synergids function ಏನು? The main function of two synergids is to guide the pollen tube. ಆ pollen tube ಒಳಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಈ synergid. Okay, degenerating synergid helps in guiding the pollen tube into the ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್? ನಿಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೋರೋಪೊಲಿನ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಂಟು what is intine made up of? Now tell me the answer. Anyone can tell me. Exine is very famous. Sporopollenin, very harsh condition it can survive. Acid it can survive. It can survive alkaline bases also it can survive. Right? Exine ellarigu gottu. But what is intine made up of? That is a good question. That cellulose and pectin. Exactly. Okay. Name the hormone that promotes fruit development within the fertilization. Without fertilization, that's auxin gottu ellargunu. ಪಾಲಿಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋನಿ. ಪಾಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಮೆನಿ. ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್, ಮೆನಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಈಸಿ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಾಯ್ತು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನರಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಔಟ್ ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಆನ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನಿಮೋಫಿಲಿ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಫಿಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೂಡ. ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗೂ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸರಿನಾ? ನಾವು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಸ್. ಸೆಮ್ನಿಫರಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ನೌ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಸ್, ವೇರ್ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೆಮ್ನಿಫರಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್? Is seminiferous tubule present in a compartment which are around 200 students? Inside the testis there are 250 compartments. What are those compartments called as in which seminiferous tubule is found? Other question kelbodu. They can ask you, right? There are something called as testicular lobules. There are 250 testicular lobules in which seminiferous tubule is present. Okay. Now they can ask you one more question. Inside the seminiferous tubule, name the 2 types of cells. What are the 2 types of cells inside seminiferous tubule? Avagin bartira. Tell me students. The first one is called as what? Spermatogonia or male germ cell. The first one is male germ cell. Innondu en baratte? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me which is the other cell present in the seminiferous tubule? That is Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, what is the ploidy of male germ cell? Technical question ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ technical question ಇದು. What is the ploidy of male germ cell? Ploidy ಏನಪ್ಪ? is a diploid or haploid? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಈಗಲೇನೆ. Male germ cell is always diploid. Diploid. This male germ cell eventually undergoes meiosis. Meiosis to produce the sperm, and the sperm is haploid in nature. Haploid in nature. So ee tara small question ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. Okay, now what is the role of Sertoli cell? ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. Next question ಬಂತು. The function of Sertoli cell, it provides nutrition. The Sertoli cell, it is also called as nurse cell. Nurse cell. Okay, where does the fertilization occurs? That is ampulla region of the fallopian tube. ನಿಮ್ದು ಹಳೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ they call it ampular isthmus junction, but right now it is only ampulla region. Okay, now defense permanence is ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು full marks ಗೆ. Okay, name the hormone responsible for maintenance of pregnancy. Main hormone is progesterone. But if you write estrogen also, you will get marks to some extent. Marks ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ estrogen ಬರೋದ್ರು ಕೂಡ. Helps in maintaining the pregnancy, but progesterone is the main hormone. Okay, progesterone. Now one more question baratte. Which hormone maintains the corpus luteum? Tell me the answer. Which hormone maintains the corpus luteum? Menstrual cycle alli, in the entire menstrual cycle, corpus luteum is maintained by which hormone? Ee ತರ question ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಈ ತರ question ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That time also answer is same, progesterone. Okay na? So as soon as it's gone, everything is gone. ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್? Produces progesterone. Okay, it is maintained by luteinizing hormone. Entire corpus luteum is maintained by luteinizing hormone, LH hormone. But if LH hormone is going down, corpus luteum is breaking. If corpus luteum is breaking, progesterone level will go down eventually. Sarna? What is the function of acrosome in the sperm? Very simple question. No? That is cap-like structure, acrosome. Now one more question comes. Is a sperm haploid diploid? Sperm is haploid. Does it have mitochondria? Yes, it has mitochondria. What is the cap-like structure called as? The cap-like structure is called as acrosome. What is the main function? It helps in fertilization. Which gland secretes fructose in seminal plasma? Now they can ask you one more question. What are the different glands present? Glands. First one answer ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ seminal vesicle, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ bulbourethral gland ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು prostate gland. 3 different glands secretions are produced. Okay. ಇದು easy question ಬಿಡಿ, zygote ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು question ಬರುತ್ತೆ. When zygote after it undergoes cleavage, 2 stage, 4 stage, 6, 8 stage, 16 stage, what is the end product? Is it blastomere or is it blastocyst? Tell me the answer, students. Tell me the answer. Is it morula? Is it blastula? Or is it blastocyst? What is the end product of cleavage? You have to tell me. So it is blastocyst. Then there one more question baratiga. What are the 2 different types of cells present in blastocyst? One the trophoblast, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು inner cell mass. For example, this is the entire structure of blastocyst. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚೆಗಡೆ trophoblast cells ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Trophoblast cells ಆಚೆಗಡೆ trophoblast cells ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ there will be inner cell mass on one side. Inner cell mass. Trophoblast becomes placenta. Inner cell mass becomes the embryo later on. Embryo convert ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ನೋ ದ ಚಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ. ಡು ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಒನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್? ಲೈವ್ ಮಾಡೋದ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಿ? ಈ ವೀಕಲ್ಲೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋದ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದ? ಒನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಆನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡುವ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ when I'll teach you all of this there again. What is a trophoblast? ಈ trophoblast to placenta ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? This inner cell mass, how does it get converted to the embryo? ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ what happens? ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. Do not worry. ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. I will teach you the entire spermatogenesis and oogenesis in one shot. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋದ. 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಸರಿನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡೇ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈ? ಹೇಳಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು ಹೇಳಿ. ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡೇ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಡಸ್ ದ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ 14th day. Answer is 14th day. Why? Because of the increase in LH. Because of LH surge. It is called as LH surge. Okay. It is easy ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. ಹೇಳದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ನೇಮ್ ದ ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೋಫೋಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಬಂತ 9 months gestation period. Which hormone triggers the process of parturition? That is oxytocin. Okay. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಬದಲು ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ವೇರ್ ಡಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪಾರ್ಚುರೇಷನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಬೇಬಿ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್. ಬೇಬಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಿ 9 months. ಬೇಬಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್, ಬಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್? The signal actually comes from 2 places. One from the fetus. ಮಗುನೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪಾಪುನೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಆಚೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. That is called as fetal ejection reflex. Students, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. fetal ejection reflex. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಇಂದ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 2 ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then parturition happens. Okay. What is colostrum? Very famous question. The first milk produced by childbirth rich in antibiotics. Name the process by which blastocysts attach to the uterus, that is called as ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸರಿನಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮದು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಒನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟು ಯಾವ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ತಿಳಿಸಿ ನನಗೆ, ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ಸರಿನಾ. ಫುಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 12 ಬಯಾಲಜಿಲಿ ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನಾಗಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಒನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸೂನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಸರಿನಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆನಾ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್, ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಓಕೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್. ತಿಳಿಸಿ ನನಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಗ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್? ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ರೈಟ್ ಬೈ ಮೆಂಡಲ್. ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ. 7 different characters. Okay, 7 different characters. How many traits? 7 characters ಆಯಿತು. How many traits? 14 traits. 14 traits. ಸರಿನಾ? ಡಬಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಓಕೆ ವಿಚ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್? ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ನೇಮು ಪೈಸಮ್ ಸಟೈವಮ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸರಿನಾ. They can ask you what is the genotype of heterozygous tall plant. Heterozygous ಅಂದರೆ twins who do not look like each other. ನೋಡಿ, capital T small t. What is an allele? Allele is a alternative form of a gene. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಪೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಅಲೀಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಲೀಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರಿನಾ. ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಆಫ್ ಡೈಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇನ್ ಮೋನೋಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್? ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ, ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ monohybrid cross? You will tell 3:1. What about genotypic ratio? Genotypic ratio is going to be 1:2:1. Genotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio is going to be 3:1 is going to be phenotypic ratio. 3 tall, 1 dwarf. Don't get confused. Okay, this right here is the phenotypic ratio in dihybrid cross. Okay, now name the law that states the alleles of different genes assort independent. Law of independent assortment. Okay, students, tell me which law tells that every gamete is pure for a trait. For example, ಈ capital T small t ಎರಡು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು capital T ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು small t ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Each gamete here capital T ಆಗಲಿ small t ಆಗಲಿ, it is pure for tallness, this is pure for dwarfness. That is called as law of segregation, also called as law of purity of gametes. Okay, this is called as law of segregation. Okay, or they can ask you one more question. Okay, which law does not have any exceptions? Law of dominance exception ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆ. ಏನೇನು? ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್. ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಸಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡ್ರೋಸೋಫಿಲಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, ರೈಟ್? TH ಮಾರ್ಗನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ. ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಸಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ಗೆ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್. ನೆನಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ನ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು codominance ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. what is codominance? in the case of codominance what happens? in the case of codominance both the alleles are dominant. okay, ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿ ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬೇಕು ನಂಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬೇಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಒಂದು ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಗ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ 100 ಲೈಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತು. 100 ಲೈಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಗ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ, ಬೇಗ. example for codominance. Okay, that is human blood grouping. Codominance is human blood grouping. Now what if I ask you, give me an example for incomplete dominance? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಪ್ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗನ್, ಮಿರಾಬಲಸ್ ಜಲಪ, 4 o'clock ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು, ಏಟ್ರಿಯಂ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ. This is for codominance. Okay. Which of the chromosomes determine the sex of the child? Y chromosome, all of you know. That is, if it is XX, it is a female. XY, it is a male. XY, it is a male. Okay. XY is always a male. Disorder. So, what is the genetic disorder caused by the presence of extra chromosome 21? Trisomy 21. That is Down syndrome. Okay. Which disease is caused by, which syndrome is caused by addition of one X chromosome? For example, if a human is XXY, ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಯಾವ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್? XXY ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ಲೈನ್ಫೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. ಕ್ಲೈನ್ಫೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. ಓಕೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ XO? XO ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? XO ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್, ಟರ್ನರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. ಟರ್ನರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಟರ್ನರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. ಟರ್ನರ್ ಸಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. Now what is the symptom? Symptom here is going to be rudimentary ovary, female is sterile, short stature. In the case of XXY, development of the feminine features, gynecomastia, development of breast. ಅದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಬುಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, ಯಾವ ಬುಕ್ಕು ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೂ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾಚೆ. ಈ ಥರ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಈ ಥರ ನೀವು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಫುಲ್ಲು. ಸರಿನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಿರಾಬಲ್ ಜಲಪ. ಓಕೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ F1 ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಏನ್ ವೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್, in the case of incomplete dominance, will the flower be red or white? Tell me in the chat quickly. Incomplete dominance, red or white? Or is it going to be pink color? Or is it going to be pink? Big early. Red irata, white irata, pink irata? It is going to be pink in color. Pink in color. Okay. Okay. E disorders keltare. This Mendelian disorders kelbodu nimge ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Name the sex-linked disorder in which blood doesn't clot properly. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That is hemophilia. Now here they can ask you, is it sex-linked dominant, sex-linked recessive, Y-linked autosomal disease? ಯಾವ್ದಿದು? ಯಾವ ಥರ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಇದು? If you read the line of NCERT, first line ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, it is a X-linked recessive disease. It's X-linked recessive disease. ಆ ಥರ ನೀವು ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರದಿಂದ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಟೋಸೋಮಲ್, ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಟೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್? ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯುವರ್ NCERT. ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಯಾರಾದರೂ? ಆಟೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ NCERTಯಲ್ಲಿ? ಆಟೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ಮಯೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಒಂದು NCERT ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. NCERT ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಓಪನ್ ದ NCERT ಪೆಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಆ ಪೆಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಪೆಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ದು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಮಯೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಫಿ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದರ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸು. ಸರಿನಾ? ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಈ ಥರ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೇಮ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್, ಸೆಕೆರಮೈಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸೆ. ಈಸಿ. ಆರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್. ವಿಚ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್? ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಆನ್ಸರಾ ಬೇರೆ ಆನ್ಸರಾ? ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಆನ್ಸರಾ ಬೇರೆ ಆನ್ಸರಾ? Which organism is used to make bread? Same yeast use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Same answer. Tell me, which organism is used to make curd? Lactic acid bacteria, LAB. Okay. Which bacterium is used to produce acetic acid? Acetobacter. Which organism is used to make butyric acid? Clostridium botulicum. So ಆ ಥರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕು. ಸರಿನಾ? ನೋಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನೋಡಿ, ನೇಮ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಗ್ಯುಮಿನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಸೋಬಿಯಂ. ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಂಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ, ನನಗೆ ಕಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು, ಡಿ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ದಿಸ್ PDF ಟುಡೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ? ಇವತ್ತೇ ಬೇಕಾ PDF ಇದು? ಇವತ್ತೇ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ತಿಳಿಸಿ ನನಗೆ. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ದ PDF ಟುಡೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಮೆಮರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಇವತ್ತೇ ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ 1 hour ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಆಮೇಲೆ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ವಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ನಮ್ಮದು, ವಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, PDF ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸರಿನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ, LAB ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂತು. ವಿಚ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪರ್ಜಿಲಸ್ ನೈಗರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಸ್ಪರ್ಜಿಲಸ್ ನೈಗರ್. ಓಕೆ. ಬಯೋಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಅಜೋಲಾ. SEP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಸಿಟೋಲೇರಿಯಾ, ನಾಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಪ್ಟೊಮೈಸಿಸ್ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ NCERT ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನ. ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ವಿಚ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಎನೇರೋಬಿಕ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್? ಬಯೋಗ್ಯಾಸ್. ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬರೀ ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೈಟ್ CO2 ಆಲ್ಸೋ. CO2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಚೆ. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ H2S ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬರೀ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ. ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿನ್ ನೋಡಾಟಮ್, ಸ್ವಿಸ್ ಚೀಸ್, ಪ್ರೊಪೋನಿಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಂ ಶರ್ಮಾನಿ, ಈಕೋಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫ್ರೀ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ 90% ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ರೈಸೋಬಿಯಂ. Yes or no, tell me. As soon as you see in the question nitrogen fixing bacteria, all of you will tendency is to go for the rhizobium, but the answer is wrong. Why? Because you need to see what is given in the front. If it says free living or symbiotic, it says free living here. Free living andre it is separately present, right? So always remember Acetobacter is free living nitrogen fixing bacteria. So one small difference there, you have to be careful in that. Okay. Next one, which type of microbes is used to sewage treatment plant? That is aerobic bacteria use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, mostly aerobic bacteria. Okay. No students, ಈಗ ecology start ಮಾಡದ. Okay ನಾ? Let's start ecology now students. Can we start ecology now students? Can we start? Can we start students? Start ಮಾಡದ? Okay. Organism population ಇಂದ. So you might be wondering students, sir, molecular basis ಅಲ್ಲಿ, biotech ಅಲ್ಲಿ, right? Sir, ನಮ್ಮದು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಒಂದೇ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮು 1 mark 2 mark 5 mark ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಐಲ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಟುಡೇ, ಬಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಗೆ? ಸೊ ಗೋಪಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ, ಸರಿನಾ? ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. A group of individuals of same species living in a specific area given time, and they can interbreed also. Population ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ. ನೇಮ್ ಒನ್ abiotic ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಇದು. ಇದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. Process by which organism adjust to the change in environment is called as acclimatization. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೈಟ್? ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಡೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಡೇ 1 month 1 year ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನೇ ಅಕ್ಲಿಮಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಸರ್ನಾ. ವಿಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಕರ್ವ್. ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಎಸ್ ಶೇಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಜೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಜೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಜೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್. ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ದಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ತಗೋತವ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾಸು? ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೆಲ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಅದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಣ್ರಿ ಅದು. ಹಾಂ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸರ್ನಾ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈವ್, ಇದು ಲೈವು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಸರ್ನಾ. ನಾ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ? ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ. ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೋ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಊಟ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಸರ್ನಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಊಟ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದ್ರ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ನಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಒಂದು 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವು 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್ನಾ. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಒಂದು 200 ಜನ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 200 ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶೋ ಅಪ್ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಬಂದರು. ಆಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ? ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮನೇಲಿ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ 200 ಜನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇರೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಯಿತು ಒಂದು 10 ಜನ ಬಂದರು, 8 ಜನ ಬಂದರು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 200 ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಮನೇಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇದು ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಥರನೇ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಲಿಮಿಟು. ಸರ್ನಾ. ಲೈವ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟು ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಅದು ಲೈವಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ವೀಡಿಯೋಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ವೀಡಿಯೋಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಫೇಮಸ್ಸು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿಸಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋರೈಸೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲು? ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಯಾರಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಬೇಗ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್. ಕಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್, ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನೈದರ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್ ನಾರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಕ್ಲೌನ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ಅನಿಮೋನ್, ಎರಿಗ್ರೆಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕೌ ಅದಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ಕಿಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಟ್ರೀ, ಬಾರ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೇಲ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಡೇಷನ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಮನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ರಿಡೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಸ್ಕೂಟ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಟೋ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್, ಎಂಡೋ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್, ಆ ಥರ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸರ್ನಾ, ಆ ಥರ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವತ್ತು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ GPP, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಏನಪ್ಪ GPP ಅಂದರೆ? ಫಾರ್ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ನಾ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು, ಈ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ನಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು ಅದ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಮಾಡೋದಿದು. ದ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ GPP. ಈ GPPನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ GPP ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಈ GPPನ ಕೇವಲ ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. GPP ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಊಟ ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ, ಊಟ ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸು ಈ GPPನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ -R ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ NPP, ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ನಾವೀಗ ಈ NPP ನ ತಿನ್ಬೋದು, NPP ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸರ್ನಾ. ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ GPP ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, NPP ಇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಈ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ GPP NPP. ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಿಶ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, what is detritus food chain? That is decomposing food chain. Detritus food chain ಅಲ್ಲಿ what are the major steps ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಟಬೋಲಿಸಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹ್ಯೂಮಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಿನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ನು ಕೂಡ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಎ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ಸ್. ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಮಾಸ್. They can ask you which pyramid is always upright. ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಂಗೆ? ವಿಚ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಟ್, ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಿಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗನೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದು? ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಟ್, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಮಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್, ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಟ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೆನಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾ ನೆನಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಗ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ತಾನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸು? ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀರಾ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತಾರೆ? ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಬೇಗ. ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸು? ಬೇಗ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ, ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ 3 ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್. ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿದಾಗಲೇ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಈಸಿನ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸು? ಓ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ, ಫುಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ರೈಟ್. ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಅದರ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫಾರ್ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಒಂದು ಮಂಕಿ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಮಂಕಿ. ಆ ಮಂಕಿನ ಆ ಕಾಡಿಂದ ಎತ್ತಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು. ಎತ್ತಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಚೆಗಡೆ, ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು, ಸರಿನಾ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ರೈಟ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಈವಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರೇಟ್. 4 ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಲಾಸ್. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ you can get a good question, you'll get evil quadrant. ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಸರಿನಾ. 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. evil quadrant ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಹಾಟ್ಸ್ಪಾಟ್? ಏನು ಹಾಟ್ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್? Keystone species is a species which are very important for an ecosystem to function. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಈ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ನ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬಿದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಿಗೂ? ಈ ಬ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೀನ ಕಿತ್ತಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆ ಬ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೀ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಸತ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಫುಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್. ಸರಿನಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಔಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಓದಿ ಬರೆದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಟು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 95% ಪಕ್ಕ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನೀವು 1 ಶಾಟ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಫಸ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಕಲ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗೋದು ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಸೊ 1 ಶಾಟ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸರಿನಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ಟೈಮ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ದು ನಾವು. ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡೋದ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ದು, ನಮ್ರತ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ ಹಾಕದ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಲೈವ್ಗೆ. ಸರಿನಾ? ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಕೊಡಿ ನಮಗೆ, ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಕೊಡಿ.
पा रही हूँ लाइव. अच्छा अच्छा, ओके ओके. Hello Ninja Warriors. So today's session is going to be all about one marker questions. You have already seen chemistry, you have already seen biology. Now is the time for mathematics. So if I'm perfectly visible and audible, do let me know in the chat box so that we can quickly proceed with today's one marker tuck session, because we are going to do one marker question without giving any break. Okay. So do let me know in the chat box, am I audible? Am I visible? Okay, all right. So the very first question also you can see on your screen. Very easy question from the world of inverse trigonometric function. Directly you can see this. Verbally you can reply to this question over here. Principal value of cos inverse minus half. Okay. So quickly let me know the answer in the chat box. Cos inverse minus half. Obviously that cos inverse is positive in first quadrant, but cos inverse is negative in second quadrant. So basically, if I just try to do this, all sine, tan, cos. Okay. So cos inverse half minus half. Let us suppose this is theta. So cos theta will be equals to minus half, correct? Now you are going to tell me when exactly your cos theta can be minus half. Obviously, it cannot be in first quadrant. It can be in second quadrant, it can be in third quadrant, but not at all in fourth quadrant. But as per inverse trigonometric range, we are only concerned about 0 to pi values. Cos inverse minus half output can only occur in 0 to pi. So in second quadrant, you will get the answer. So cos theta half is 60 degree, pi by 3. Cos theta minus half will be pi minus pi by 3. So that is going to give you 2 pi by 3 as the correct answer. So this question is having 2 pi by 3. I can see Gautam, you have given the correct answer. Now let us move on to the next problem. Next problem on your screen, define scalar matrix. Okay, scalar matrix. So this is a proper basic definition. Hi Ganesh, how are you? Scalar matrix. What is a scalar matrix? Scalar matrix is a type of diagonal matrix in which all diagonal elements are equal. So suppose this is a 3 cross 3 matrix, which is a scalar matrix. This is an example of a scalar matrix. 3 cross 3 scalar matrix where diagonal elements are equal, and this is a diagonal matrix, right? Then we are having a 2 cross 2 as well. So this is 3 and 3, 0, 0. So 2 cross 2 diagonal matrix whose all the entries are equal is called as scalar matrix. Okay. All right, clear? Now let us move on to the next problem from the world of matrices. Find the value of x for which these two determinants are equal. Determinants. So just quickly calculate the left hand side determinant and then right hand side. How do you calculate determinant of a 2 cross 2 matrix? 3 ones are 3 minus x square. 3 minus x square is equals to 3 minus 4 twos are 8. 3 and 3 clearly you can cancel it out. So x square is going to give you 8. From here x will be plus minus 2 root 2. That is going to be the correct answer of this question. Okay, plus minus 2 root 2. All right, let us move on to the next problem then. This one marker question, easy. Okay, which says y is equals to sine of x square plus 5. Then find dy by dx. So dy by dx is equals to sine x square plus 5. Now if you differentiate using chain rule, let me know. Sine ka aa jayega cos, x square plus 5 will keep as it is, x square plus 5. And after that you have to multiply it with derivative of x square plus 5 will be 2x. So this is 2x cos of x square plus 5 Okay, this is the correct answer. Got it? Clear? Next question, shall we move on to the next question? Again, a similar type of question you'll be able to see in determinant. Now you can answer me, I'll wait for you, because this question, we have just done the similar question. Determinant is equals to 2 cross 2 another determinant. So x square minus 36. X square minus 36 is equals to 6 6 are 36 minus 18 2s are 36. Can you see this is 0? So x square being equal to 36. So from here x will be equals to plus minus 6. Okay. Plus minus 6 Soumya, Saujanya, Gautam, Karun, Ganesh. Everybody is giving me 6 as the answer. Why so? X square is equals to 36. You guys are not in class 10th abhi. Here x square equals to 36, ma'am, x equals to 6. Who is going to tell me the negative sign? Huh? Tell me that you are in class 12th without even telling me that you are in class 12th. Okay? By just telling me the correct answer that x square is equals to 36, x equals to plus minus 6. Okay? So this is one content, my Instagram content I got. Tell me you are in class 12th without even telling me that you are in class 12th. So a student is solving x equals to 6 is in class 10th, but students solving x equals to plus minus 6, class 12th students. Okay, clear? Now we are having the next question, which is this. Find the integration of 1 minus x root x dx. Okay, so first of all, we are going to multiply integration of root x minus x root x. X root x, by the way, this is x power 3 by 2 and this is x power 1 by 2 and this is dx. Okay, all right, x power 1 by 2. So x power 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 1 by 2 plus 1 minus x power 3 by 2 plus 1 upon 3 by 2 plus 1. This is how you integrate, correct or not? So this is what? X power 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 minus x power 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2 plus constant. And if you further solve it, 2 by 3 x raised to power 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5 x raised to power 5 by 2 plus constant of integration. Okay, plus constant of integration is something which we are going to get. Then we are having another question. Find the value of x for which this is a unit vector. Tell me how to find, or like what is the characteristic of unit vector. So magnitude of this vector, which is x I cap plus j cap plus k cap, is going to be 1. How to calculate magnitude? So this is modulus of x, square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square is equals to 1. So mod x is equals to 1 upon root 3. X from here is again going to be plus minus 1 by root 3. Again, the same concept, same logic are getting applied. So many students will mark 1 by root 3, positive value as the answer, but understand negative sign is also there. So if you miss out on negative sign, you'll miss out on marks also. I don't know if it is a 1 marker question, half marks will get deducted. Now, then this question, direction ratios are given and direction cosines has been asked. How to solve it? So direction ratio has been given and direction cosines has been asked. So very simple. dr of line is given 2 comma minus 1 comma minus 2. dc of that line will be 2 comma minus 1 comma minus 2 upon same thing. You have to just divide it by magnitude of this minus 1 ka square minus 2 ka square. Square root again 4 plus 1 plus 4. Square root 4 plus 1 plus 4. Correct? So this is 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3. Okay. All right. So this is your direction cosines of this particular line. I think this is again an easy question. Shall I move on to the next problem? Next problem is all about probability. Probability. Okay. Probability of E event is given as 0.6. Probability of F event is 0.3. Probability of E intersection is F is 0.2. Find probability of F intersection E. Okay. So, sorry, probability of F given that E has already occurred. Do you know the formula? Probability of F given that E has already occurred is probability of F intersection E upon probability of E. Correct? So now probability of F slash E. E intersection F given 0.2. Probability of E is 0.6. So answer is what? 1 by 3. That is probability of F given that E has already occurred. Okay. This is the final answer, 1 by 3. Yes, Saujanya, absolutely right. Okay, okay. So, chalo, if you have done this, then do this also. Now, another question from integration. Integration question says integration of cosec square x plus cosec x cot x dx. Integration of cosec square x is going to be, absolutely Gautam, you are right, cosec square x ka integration is minus cot x plus integration of cosec x cot x is going to give you minus cosec x dx. So, sorry, dx nahi, plus constant. So, answer is minus cot x minus cosec x plus constant of integration. All righty, clear, perfect. Yes, Saujanya, absolutely right. Moving on to the next problem, a similar type of problem, probability. Let's see how many of you are able to do that. Probability of A is 0.8, probability of B given that A has already occurred is 0.4. So probability of B given that A has already occurred. Do you know the formula? Probability of B intersection A upon probability of this A. B slash A is 0.4. Plug in the values. B intersection A is what you are looking for. B intersection A and A intersection B both are same to same, copy paste. Probability of A is 0.8. So 8 4s are 32. 0.32 is probability of A intersection B. This is the final answer. One marker. Quit, cut, tuck, tuck, tuck. We are doing it very super fast on super speed. Now, another question which I'm not gonna say anything, just read it and answer the question right away. Okay? Answer the question right away. Scalar matrix, as I already told you in today's session, what is a scalar matrix? Scalar matrix is that matrix which is a diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix means non-diagonal elements should be 0. So this should be 0, this is already 0, this should also be 0. So y minus 3 is equals to 0. And at the same time, the diagonal elements value should be same. So x plus 2 should share same value as 4. So from here, y ki value you are going to get 3. From here, x ki value you are going to get 2. So 2 and 3 is the correct answer of this question. 2 and 3, correct? Now we are having another question which is AB vector and OB vector. AB vector is given, OB vector is given. You are looking for OA vector. Now understand, OA vector. OA vector is going to become, understand, see, AB is what? B minus A. This actually is B minus A. Correct? OB is what? B minus O. Correct? If I and OA vector is what? A minus O. A minus O. So what I need to do is, over here, understand, I should write OB vector minus AB vector. Ma'am, Q? Why? Why are you doing that? Because OB vector is B minus O and AB vector is B minus A. So B plus A for the negative sign. So B cancel. This is A minus O. So this is actually OA vector. OB minus AB is OA vector. So OA is nothing but OB minus AB. So this minus this. OB minus AB. That's it. That's it. Just subtract OB minus AB. So 3 I cap minus 4 J cap plus 4 K cap minus 2 I cap minus j cap plus k cap. Subtract it right away. 3 minus 2 I cap. 4 minus 1, so minus 3 j cap. 4 minus 1 plus 3 k cap. This is nothing but your OA vector. Understanding it, getting it, okay, perfect. Now, moving on to the next problem, which is this. Distance of a point minus 6, 0, 0 from the plane 2x. Oh, I think plane is deleted topic from CBSE at least. It is deleted from your PU board as well. So, I am going to skip this question, okay, and I am going to jump towards this question, okay, which is construct a matrix, 2 cross 2 matrix, okay, 2 cross 2 matrix, which is A11, A12, A13, sorry, A21 and A22. This is your matrix. This is how your matrix elements look like. Tell me A11 will be what? Aij is equals to I upon j. So A11 will be 1 by 1. A12 will be 1 by 2. A13 will be 1 by 3. Sorry, A13 to not available. A21 will be 2 by 1 and A22 will be 2 by 2. So now your matrix A, if I try to construct it right away, 1 by 1 is 1, then 1 by 2, then 2 by 1, and 2 by 1 will be 2, and this is your 1. This is how your matrix will look like. Yes, Saujanya, 1, half, 2 and 1. Absolutely on point. Let us move on to the next problem. This is your next problem. Quickly. So y is equals to e power x power y. And you're looking for dy by dx. Let's see how many of you are able to pull it off. Okay. Take logarithm, both sides. Log of y is equals to, if you take log both the sides, x power y, log of e will come into the picture, right? So this is log of y is equals to x power y. One more time you have to take log both the sides. So log of y is equals to y log of x. Now you can start differentiating this on both the sides to get dy by dx. Okay, let's do that. So log 1 derivative 1 by log y and 1 by y and dy by dx is equals to, on the right hand side, y log x. So y upon x, because we are applying the product rule on the right hand side, correct? Y log x. So y log x ka derivative is 1 by x plus, this time ln x kept constant, derivative of y is dy by dx. Now just separate the dy by dx thing out, this and rest everything will be again. So dy by dx, okay, so 1 by y log of y minus ln x, okay, is equals to y upon x. So dy by dx, if you take LCM, sort things out, y square ln y upon x, and this is going to get you 1 minus y ln x. This is what your dy by dx will look like. Okay. Now you can put the value of y as well. Okay, put the value of y. This is x cube, okay. And here we have seen x power y, yes. So this is how it goes, and now we are moving on to the next problem directly from the world of integration. Easy question, I would say, just separate the denominators. So 1 minus 1 upon x square integration with respect to dx. Integration of 1 being x, integration of minus 1 by x square will become plus 1 by x plus constant. This is your final answer of this particular question. Easy peasy lemon squeezy this question, okay? And if you have not liked the session, you have to like the session. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, all right. Next question, next question, next question. Okay, unit vector in the direction. This we have already studied this type of question in physics also. Unit vector in the direction of this vector, okay? So basically they are talking about A. A cap will be I cap plus J cap plus K cap upon magnitude of this. So root 3. Okay. Easy question. What do you think? Then we are going to have another question. Let's see how many of you are able to do that. Okay. And we are about to be done with this question. Probability of A 7 by 13, probability of B 9 by 13, probability of A union B is 4 by 13, probability of A slash B. We know the formula. This is probability of A intersection B upon probability of B, correct? This is the formula, right? Now, A intersection B is not known to you. So, you have to apply this formula, which is probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B, correct? Probability of A union B is given 4 by 13 is equals to probability 7 by 13 plus 9 by 13 minus probability of A intersection B. So from here probability of A intersection B would be what? Tell me. 16 minus 4, so 4 by 13. Sorry, 16 minus 4 is 12 by 13. So 12 by 13. This is A intersection B. So this is 12 by 13. Probability of B is 9 by 13. Oops, 12 by 13. 16 minus 4. 16 minus 4 is 12. Probability of B is 9 by 13. 12 by 13 upon 9 by 13. This is not a correct answer. A intersection B is, they are saying 4 by 13. 16, 17. Hold on. Sorry, intersection they are giving, kya? So they have given it incorrect data. I think this is probability of A intersection B, which is already given. 4 by 13. If it is given, then no need to apply this formula, right? So data is incorrect. That is why we are getting incorrect answer. So this is A intersection B is 4 by 13, right? So 4 by 13, 9 by 13, 4 by 9. This is the correct answer because 12 by 9 is not making any sense. If the probability answer is 12 by 9, that means either you have done something wrong or question is wrong. Okay, so I realized 12 by 12 by 9, that means probability is coming greater than 1. Not possible. So that is why the data was written incorrectly. Okay, all right. Now we are having another question. Line makes an angle of 90, 60 and 30. Find direction cosine. So direction cosine will be cos 90 degree, comma cos 60 degree. Direct formula cos 30 degree. These are the direction cosines, right? So cos 90 degree is 0, 1 by 2, root 3 by 2. This is the direction cosine of this line. Yes? Okay. Perfect. Clear? Now we are having this question, which is next question. Principal value of cosec inverse root 2. Ready? Answer this question right away. Answer this question right away. Answer this question. Cosec inverse root 2. Cosec inverse root 2, or you can say sine inverse 1 by root 2 or sine inverse 1 by root 2. Both are having same answer, which is pi by 4. Pi by 4 is a direct answer of this question. Basically, they are asking that when exactly is cos theta value root 2? Cos theta is becoming root 2 when? Cosec theta becoming root 2 when? Or sine theta becoming 1 by root 2 when? So 45 degree, or you can say pi by 4. And now another question of independent event. Can anybody write in the chat box? that what are independent events, or write the condition for independent events. So if two events are independent events, the condition is probability of A intersection B is probability of A into B. Probability of A 3 by 5, probability of B 1 by 5, probability of A intersection B will be product of probability of A and B. So 3 by 25 being the correct answer. Okay? Alright, clear? Perfect. Now next question on your screen, I would say last question of the session. Okay? Root x plus 1 by root x, or you can write x power 1 by 2 plus x power minus 1 by 2 integration with respect to x. X power half ka integration can you see? X power 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. X power minus half ka integration. Minus half plus 1. So x power 1 by 2 and this is minus half ka integration 1 by 2. So this is 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2 plus 2 x power 1 by 2. Let's not forget the constant of integration because it may affect your marks when the problem is subjective problem, and this is your final answer, and which is aligned with 2. Absolutely. Now with this question we are going to done with mathematics portion, and now physics portion will get started super soon. So I'm going to end the stream right away. Within 5 to 10 seconds you will be able to see physics teacher, physics session, Sandeep sir. Okay, this is me, your ninja ma'am, signing off, and I'm gonna see you all super soon, and the notes of this particular session will be there in description box. Do check out, but it will be available right after the session, not before that. Okay, so bye.
Questions of physics. All right. So firstly, tell me, just audio and video is proper. Is there any problem, any interruption? Then let me know in the chat box. Of physics. All right. So firstly, okay. So as I see, I think it's proper. So let's start physics. All right. Okay, it's fine. Hello, Sujanya. Hello, Reddy. Hello, Janvi. Hi. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Let's begin the session, right? Already you are done with your mathematics, biology, and chemistry, right? Now it's time to physics. All right. Just give a thumbs up in chat box. Then after I'm going to start the session. Hello, Vita. Let's come on. We're going to discuss 40 questions from physics, right? 40 questions from physics. Let's start from the very first question, and this question comes from ray optics. All right, this question comes from ray optics. It's a very easy question, right? Let's see what it is. A ray of light passes through an equilateral prism such that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of emergence, and each of these equal to 3/4 of the angle of the prism. The angle of deviation is. See, what is the case? This is the case of minimum angle of deviation. In the case of minimum angle of deviation, angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of emergence. All right. So, can you try? Which one is the correct answer? Can you try? In minimum angle of deviation case, that is del m, right? What it is? It's I plus E minus A. It's an intermediate condition while we derive the equation for this mu, which is equals to sine del m plus A upon 2 whole upon sine A upon 2. During this derivation, this statement comes, right? Now, here is 3/4 of angle of prism. Now, see, what is the angle of prism? Angle of prism, this A, right? A equilateral, which means 60 into 3 upon 4. That means 45 degree. This is 45 degree, is it?
Is it? This is 45 degree, right? Now, I plus E, what is the value of I plus E? Right? See, this is angle of prism. Oh, sorry. Just. This is 60 degree, right? And I, which is equals to E, this is basically 60 of 3/4, which is equals to 45 degree. Now, del M is what? Del M is equals to 45 plus 45 minus of A, which means 60. That means 30 degree will be the answer. 30 degree will be the answer. Alright? Okay, sir. Let's check the answer. This is 30 degree. D option is the correct one. Now, moving to next question, and what it is, see, in this question, the standing wave pattern of matter waves associated with an electron revolving in a stable orbit is shown in the diagram. The principal quantum number n and radius Rn of the orbit respectively. Here, talking about quantum number and radius. Alright, quantum number and radius. Full out of full. You can get full out of full. Alright. Right. What it is? As you know, orbit must be in integer form, and which is integral multiple of lambda, wavelength basically. That means what? This is basically 2 pi r is equals to n lambda. If I'm talking about this r, radius, then what it is? R is equals to n lambda upon 2 pi. Which means where n is what? It's an integer number, right? Perfect number. So, just put the value from the options and calculate it. Just put the value from answer and calculate it. So, I think this one, D, if I'm considering 4, then it's 2 lambda upon pi. All right. See, if r equals to 4, then what? If this n is 4, then r is equals to 4 into lambda upon 2 pi. This is 2. That means 2 lambda upon pi. D option. D option is the correct one. D option is the correct one. Okay, fine. Great. Now, moving to next question. See, this is one of the easiest question. See, what it is? This is OR gate and this is AND gate. OR, that means which can add up, right? Or if I'm talking about OR gate, this is y equals a plus b, and if I'm talking about AND, this is y equals to a dot b. Now, we have 3 inputs, A, B and C. Just check it one by one. First one, 1, 0, 1. That means what? 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, if I'm adding 1 plus 0, which means 1 at the output of the OR gate, and from here comes 1 and this is 1. 1 dot 1 is also 1, right? 1 dot 1 is also 1. And what is following circuit is 1 when input is. That means A is the correct one. Luckily, first option is the correct answer, right? Otherwise, we can go with B, C and D also, right? I hope you got answer. Okay. If any doubt, then just let me know in the chat box. All right. See, moving on the next question. Okay, let's see. When alpha particles are passed through a thin gold foil, most of them go undeviated because. It's also a very easy question, just because we already studied, I think, in class 9th also, right? And this concept is same in chemistry also. This is the alpha scattering model. Just tell me the answer. What is the answer of this question? See, most of the reason in an atom is empty space. Alpha particles are positively charged particles. See, if most of the undeviated, right? Undeviated, that means what? Most of the part in atom is empty space, so that no deviation. As you know, only one particle of thousands of or 10,000s of particles, only one particle is rebounds, and minimum number of particles are deviated, right? See, then what is A is the correct one. A is the correct one. Most of the part in the atom is empty. As you remember, gold foil alpha particle is experiment. A is the correct one, right? See, moving to next. The following are the statements related to self-inductance, right? What it is? Self-inductance. First statement is, the self-inductance of a coil depends on its geometry and on the permeability of the medium inside it. It's a true. As you know, permeability of the medium, just like a soft iron core present inside the solenoid, right? That is the medium. All right. See, and geometry also. If you are considering more number of turns, if you are considering a larger radius of curvature, then you have more number of magnetic field lines. All right. See, first statement is the true. Now, moving to next statement, the self-inductance is a measure of electrical inertia opposes the change in current in the coil. This is also correct. This is also correct. According to Lenz's law, it opposes the cause of the initiations. That means what? A and B both are correct. C option is the correct one. I think Saujanya answered the correct. Saujanya correct answer. C is the correct one. Yeah. Let's moving to next. Right. The electric potential at a point due to a point charge. Electric potential due to a point charge. What is it? Directly proportional to the distance. C. Non-contact force is always inversely proportional to the distance. Right? C. Directly proportional to the distance from the charge, inversely proportional to the distance from the charge, inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the charge, directly proportional to the distance from the charge. Which one is the correct one? Which one is the correct one? See, what is the statement? V is equals to KQ upon KQ. V is equals to KQ upon R square. Is it not? This is KQ upon R. And E is equals to KQ upon R square. E is what? This is electric field intensity. This is electric field intensity. That means E is inversely proportional to R square. Electrostatic force F is also inversely proportional to R square. If I am talking about B, this is also inversely proportional to R square. B is what? Intensity of magnetic field, right? Inversely, square of inversely proportional. But if I am talking about potential, then it is V is inversely proportional to R only. V is inversely proportional to R only. That means what? Inversely proportional to the distance from the charge. Is it? Okay, fine. Let's moving to the next question. Question number 7. We have 40 questions. So, moving to the next question. Question number 7. What it is? The modulation technique used for the transmitting audio signal in radio broadcasting is. Alright, see, here is modulation, right? Amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, pulse code modulation, or phase modulation. See, this is a radio broadcasting, right? That is what? Amplitude modulation. This is in the radio broadcasting we use amplitude modulation, right? Amplitude modulation, AM. All right. Now, next question. This is also a very simple question. The radius of the nucleus of the order of. Radius of the nucleus of the order of. You know, radius of nucleus is too much small. Right? Too much small. As you know, it is the order of 10 to the power minus 15. It's order of 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Is it? Okay. Let's move to the next question. The power factor of an AC circuit is maximum when the circuit is purely resistive, purely inductive, purely capacitive, or contains both inductance and capacitance. What do you think? You know what is the power factor? P is equals to IRMS into VRMS into cos phi. And you know very well, in inductance, phi which is equals to 90 degree, alright? Phi, phase angle is 90 degree, right? And what is the value of cos phi? Cos 90, which is equals to 0. And similarly in the capacitance, phi is also 0, and here also cos phi, that means cos 90 is 0. That means what? Only in resistive circuit, that is purely resistive circuit, we have no phase difference. That means phi having 0 degree and cos 0 is 1, and this is the maximum value of cos. Maximum value of cos theta is 1, right? Maximum value of cos theta is 1. That means what? Maximum value of cos theta is 1. That means phi is equals to 0, and it is possible only in resistor, right? I think you remember the phase. In inductance you plot in this way, right? In capacitance, see, this is I, this is VL. This is I, this is VC. And in resistive circuit, this is parallel. This is I and this is V. These are the phasor diagrams. Just learn. In L, it's just like I, right? So, where it is possible in purely resistive circuit. It is possible only in purely resistive circuit. I hope you got my answer, right? So, moving to next. Is there any problem to anyone to understand the concept of the questions? Just let me know in the chat box, right? Okay, fine. A wire carrying a current is placed perpendicular to a uniform magnetic field. The force acting on the wire is maximum when the angle between current and magnetic field is. You know what is this? This is basically F is equals to BIL sin theta. F equals to BIL sin theta. Right? Here, BIL just consider constant. Then what about this? F directly proportional to sin theta. When the value of sin theta is maximum, then the force is maximum. That means if magnetic field and the current carrying conductor are perpendicular, alright, if theta is equals to 90 degree, then only sin 90 which is equals to 1. And this is the maximum value. This is the maximum value. Alright. Which one is the correct answer? Which one is the correct answer? It's D, 90 degree. It's D, 90 degree. I hope you got my point. Alright. Good, Sujanya, good. Eman, good. Okay, so let's move to the next question. The magnetic susceptibility of diamagnetic material is. Magnetic susceptibility of diamagnetic material. I'm not considering paramagnetic and ferromagnetic. It's a diamagnetic material. It's a theoretically direct question, right? Okay, it's a negative and small. All right. Now, moving to next. The electromagnetic waves used in satellite communication are microwaves, infrared waves, ultraviolet, or X-rays. Which one is used in satellite communication? Okay. Microwaves? Microwaves, A is the correct answer. A is the correct answer, microwaves. Alright? Now, next question. Moving to next question. Moving to next question. Moving to next question. Come to this question. What it is? See. See. The energy of electron in hydrogen atom is given by energy of an electron in hydrogen atom. In hydrogen atom. Energy of electron in hydrogen atom. This is the direct question. Again, this is the direct question. Okay, great, Saujanya. It's correct. Great, Saujanya, it's correct. Alright, minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. Minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. Alright. A is the correct one. Yeah, that's good. Moving to next. The binding energy per nucleon is maximum for. Binding energy per nucleon maximum for. This is one liner question, and remember always which having maximum energy, which having maximum binding energy, that means what? More stable, which means more stable. Maximum binding energy, which means more stable, right? Binding energy is just like an energy required to separate individually neutrons and protons, all right? Iron, exactly correct. Iman, correct answer. It's iron. It's iron. This is the most stable, right? Just see now, hydrogen, helium, and uranium. Hydrogen, as you know, it's having a smaller nuclear size, right? That means what? Atomic number 1, helium having atomic number 2, right? And if you are talking about uranium, this is a radioactive element. It's having a large nucleus, but it's a radioactive, so that it's not stable. The stable one is what? Iron. Iron is the stable one. All right. Now, moving to next. Question number 15. In Young's double slit experiment, the fringe width is. Young's double slit experiment, fringe width is. If you want, I give a hint. This is basically B equals to lambda D upon D. Lambda D upon D. D is the distance between two slits, and capital D is the 25 centimeter basically, or this is the distance between the screen and slits. Alright, lambda is the wavelength. What is the answer of this? Just see. These are constant, which means B is directly proportional to lambda. B is directly proportional to lambda. Matlab B is directly proportional to wavelength. Alright, let's see. Directly proportional to wavelength, inversely proportional. I think I got the answer. Alright. First one is the correct answer, right? B is directly proportional to lambda. Okay. Let's moving to next question, question number 16. This is also 2-second question, right? Just see and tick the correct answer. This is the TACAC question, right? Just try answer this. Just try answer this. Which one of the following is the correct diagram of charge distribution in hollow sphere? In a hollow sphere. Okay, Iman, I think it's correct one, right? As you know, distribution of charges over the surface of the conductor. Distribution of charges over the surface of the conductor if it is hollow. That means what? A is the correct one. Here, charges inside the conductor. If the sphere is hollow, then how is it possible inside the charges in free space? Is it not possible, right? Right? Charges always over the surface. As you already studied about distribution of charge. Distribution of charge on rod, distribution of charge in surface, distribution of charge in volume. All right. Now, moving to next is the correct one, right? Which among of the following cannot be charge of a charged body? This is another type of simplest question, all right? This is basically based on the quantization of charge, right? This is based on quantization of charge. This is Q is equals to plus minus of any, where n is what? N is an integer, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, any real number, right? And E is what? This is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb of charge. Which means if any body having charge that is quantized form, that means charge must be the integral multiple of the integer, right? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, right? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. That means what? This is possible. 4.8 in the table of 1.6. This is possible. Yes. This is possible. Obviously, yes. This is possible. I think it's not possible. This is also possible. This is also possible. Possible. C1 is the not possible. Just because C is not the integer multiple of the 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, which means C is the correct one. Yeah, that's great. That's great. C is the correct one. Lisa, C is the correct one. Yeah, great. Now, moving to next. Just. What do you think about this? See, if VA and VB are the potentials of the 2 points A and B, what will be the correct relation between the electric field and the potential difference between the points, the distance between point is D? Basically, this question is based on the potential gradient, right? And what is the potential gradient basically? What is the potential gradient? See, as we know that KQ upon R square equals to KQ upon R square, and V is what? This is KQ upon R. Is it or not? If I'm considering this R square just like R into R, that means this KQ upon R is V. So that what? E is equals to V upon R. Equals to V upon R. Can I written as E, which is equals to del V upon R? It's also true. E is equals to del V upon R. Del V is basically the potential difference, is it? Now, then what about del V is equals E times of R? Okay. Here in option, R is equivalent to D, right? See. Then what do you answer? What is your answer? Again, this is uniform electric field. This is uniform electric field. And potential 2 points A and B will be the correct relation. And the potential difference between the points, distance between is D. That means what? This is B, this is A. Along the arrow, this is potential difference VB minus VA is equals to ED. Potential difference is this one, right? VB minus VA is equals to ED. You got my answer? Okay. You got the answer? All right. See, here potential is VA and here VB. So that VB minus VA is the potential difference, and ER basically, R is what? It's a distance, right? Now, moving to next question. What it is? By performing a set of experiments, okay, a scientist found that the electric field between 2 points A and B is 0. What can he conclude regarding the potential of the 2 points? Just understand the question once. See, by performing a set of experiment, scientists found that the electric field between 2 points A and B is 0. All right. What can he conclude regarding the potentials? You can use same formula as the previous one. That is what? E is equals to del V upon R. If I'm considering R is a constant, then can you write E is directly proportional to del V? If E equals to 0, as of now, see, E equals to 0 is equals to del V upon R. That means what? Del V is equals to R. And del V is what? It's basically potential difference. That means the difference of potentials of 2 points. That means it's VB minus VA. Sorry, this is 0. Is equals to 0. That means VB equals to VA. You got the answer? You got the answer? What it is? It's VB is equals to VA. If potentials are equal at 2 points, then the electric field between these 2 points will be 0. D is the correct one. D is the correct one. I hope you got the answer. Okay. Is there any problem with any question? Just let me know in the chat box. If everything is going good, then just put a thumbs up in chat box. Just put a thumbs up in chat box. Okay, is fine. Let's moving to the next question. Moving to next question. This is a good question. All right. This is a good question. Directly comes from your derivation result. All right. What is this? This is a pick up the expression of electric potential energy from the following. Electric potential energy. What it is? It's an electric potential energy. Then what is the correct answer? Potential energy, as you know, this is the work done. If anyone talking about potential energy, that means it's a work done. Alright, it's a work done. And if I am talking about electric potential energy, that means it's a work done on bringing a charge. Alright, then what it is? See, I can answer directly, but see, as we know that V is equals to W upon Q. V equals to W upon Q. And if I am talking about this W, then this is V into Q. V is what? It's an electric potential. Now I am talking about electric potential energy. This W is equivalent to U, right? This W is equivalent to U. This is potential energy. And what is the value of V of a point charge? Potential energy due to a point charge. What it is? This is KQ upon R. And one more R we have. That means U is equals to KQQ upon R, which means we can consider as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught as per the option 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. I hope you got my point. I hope you got my point. What it is? Which one is the correct one? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R. I think first one, A is the correct one. A is the correct one. A is the correct one. Yeah. Now moving to next. Another interesting question. X states that. Okay. Questions having also X. Oh. Let's see. X states that the direction of induced current in circuit is such that it opposes the cause or the change which produces it. Identify X. Just identify X. Yeah. Who is this X? Who was the X? Right? Who was the X basically? It's Faraday's, it's Lenz, it's Maxwell's or Ampere's. Faraday's, Lenz, Maxwell or Ampere's. Just see. Opposes the cause of the change. Opposes the cause of the change. This is Faraday basically. E is equals to d phi upon dt. Alright? E equals to d phi upon dt. Or you can say just like E proportional to d phi upon dt. Let's see. D phi upon dt. Okay. It's a rate of change of. It's a rate of change of flux. But Lenz come into the play and putting this negative sign. This negative sign shows that it opposes the cause of change, right? Okay, yes. X is lens basically. What's the X? X is lens. X was the lens, right? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's great. Now, moving to the next question. This is calculation based question. See, calculate the refractive index of the material of an equilateral prism. Equilateral prism, which means A is equals to 60 degree. Is it? Prism angle is 60 degree. Okay. For which the angle of minimum deviation is 60 degree. This is del M is equals to 60 degree. Minimum angle of deviation. Then what he want? Refractive index, mu. Put a formula, mu is equals to sine del M plus A whole upon 2 upon sine A upon 2. This is the refractive index of a prism. This is the refractive index of a prism. Is it? Now you have value of del M, you have value of A. Just calculate an answer. See, mu, which is equals to sine del M, which means 60. A is also 60. 60 plus 60 upon 2 whole upon sine 60 upon 2. Is it? Sine 60 upon 2. Now, mu, which is equals to sine, this is 60, 120 upon 2, that is 60, upon sine 30. Sine 60, which means cos 30, root 3 upon 2, and this is 1 upon 2, which means mu is equals to root 3. Mu equals to root 3, 1.732. Chalo, Samuel, hi, hello. Okay, Samuel, you are over there also, right? Okay. What is the correct answer? Mu equals to 3. Right. Okay. B is the correct one. Now, moving to next. What do you think? Now, moving to question number 23. Okay. See, identify the prism formula from the following. Oh, it's quite easy. Just answer it. I hope everyone know the correct answer of this question at least. Which one is the correct answer? Mu equals to sine A plus del M upon 2 whole upon sine A upon 2. Where it is? Okay. Iman, Lisa, Samuel. Yeah, it's correct. It's C option, right? Here basically A dot del M. This is the product. So that it's wrong. This is 4. That's why it's wrong. This is the correct one. C is the correct one. Now moving to next question. What will be the angle of refraction? Of the glass if the polarization angle of air glass interface is 63.8 degree? Is 63.8 degree. See, as Brewster law, you know that tan theta p, which is equals to n. All right. What is the value of this? 63.8 degree. Okay. From calculator or table, I can calculate the value of this. It's 2.03 basically. This is the value of it. And from Snell's law, everyone knows about this. From Snell's law, you know what it is. N1 sine theta p, which is equals to N2 sine R. This is basically N1 sine I equals to N2 sine R. This is the Snell's law. Now put the value and calculate the final answer. Right. N1. air glass, which means N1 is 1 and N2 is this 2.03. 2.03. Okay. Now, N1 is what? 1, N2, sine of, what is the theta P? Theta P is the 363.8 degree and N2 is what? 2.03 of sine R. We have to calculate R, right? We have to calculate R. Now, what is the value of sine R, which is equals to the value of sine 63.8 from calculator or table? You can calculate 0.89 basically. This is 0.89 upon 2.03. Then what is the value of R? This is sine inverse of this value. Sine inverse of this value. All right. It's about 0.44, about 0.44. And what is the exact value of R? It is about 26.3 degree. 26.3 degree. All right. No, it's B. It's B. You have to use table for the value of this, for the value of this, and for the value of this. All right. Okay. Now, moving to next. The intensity of radiation incident on a photosensitive plate is doubled. How does the stopping potential change? How does the stopping potential change? As you know, stopping potential it's basically a negative potential. All right, it's a negative potential. For that, not even maximum kinetic energy of electron can reach the collector plate. All right. So it depends on frequency. It depends on frequency. Yeah. It depends on work function also. And it depends on material used. It depends on material used. But does not depend on what? Intensity. Does not depend on intensity. It's not dependent on intensity. That means what? No effect. No effect. Okay, fine. Now, moving to next. I think this is also from the same chapter. Photons of energy 10.25 electron volt falls on a surface of the metal emitting photoelectrons of maximum kinetic energy of 5 electron. What is the stopping potential to required for the electrons? As I told, the definition of stopping potential, from there you can calculate the answer of this one also. Stopping potential is the negative potential to stop the electron to reach at collector plate. All right. Or you can say like anode plate. See, this is basically arrangement here, quads. If a light coming on the photosensitive plate, electrons are emitted from the plate. Here's the collector plate, or you can say anode. If I'm connecting these two with a cell, see, this one is positive and this one is negative, so that electrons easily move from this cathode to anode. But what I want, I just make this positive and this is negative. That means anode is much negative, so that not even maximum kinetic energy of electron can reach the anode plate, so that in the circuit no current passes. This is a stopping potential. This is a stopping potential. The potential for which maximum kinetic energy of electron is also not moving to cathode to anode. That means what? It's 5. You have to balance maximum kinetic energy. And what is the value of maximum kinetic energy? 5 volt. Maximum kinetic energy, what is the value of maximum kinetic energy? It's 5 volt. That means what? 5 volt. Okay, fine. Moving to next. If the intensity of radiation incident on a photosensitive plate is doubled, how does this stop it? Okay, so this is the repeated question. Answer again C. Okay, it's fine. This is the repeated question basically. So moving to next question. Question number 28. Find the true statement. Which one is true? Find the true statement. Which one is true? An electron will not lose energy when jumping from first orbit to the third orbit. True, right? True. If any electron jumping from first to third, that means a lower energy level to higher energy level, that means electron wants energy. Alright, that means what? I think this is the incorrect. Just because not lose energy from first orbit to third orbit. Okay, ठीक. Okay, fine. Moving to next. Electron will not give energy when jumping from first orbit to third orbit. An electron will release energy jumping from first orbit or third orbit. An electron will absorb energy when jumping from first orbit to third orbit. D1 is the correct. Electron will absorb energy when jumping from first orbit to third orbit. If electron moving from first to third, then it absorbs energy. Alright? Yeah. Moving to next. Find out the minimum energy required to take out any one electron from the ground state of lithium. From the ground state of lithium. Okay, lithium. Okay. I think it's helium. Okay. Helium. Just put helium. Okay. Now that means Z equals to 2. Z equals to 2. I'm considering Z equals to 2. En, which is equals to negative of 13.6, En is equals to negative of 13.6 Z square upon N square. Z square upon N square. Okay. Energy required to take out one electron from the ground state. Ground state, which means N equals to 1. Alright. And Z equals to how much? It's 2. Then what is the value of this? En is equals to minus of 13.6 into Z square, that means 4 upon N is 1 basically. En is equals to minus of 54.4 electron volt. En equals to minus of 54.4 electron volt. Okay. B. Now moving to next. Which of the following has highest neutron ratio? Highest neutron ratio. Highest neutron ratio. Highest neutron ratio. Just see these values. Just see Z and A. The difference between these two is the neutron ratio. Take. Okay, fine. D. Lisa, correct. Lisa, correct one. Correct one. D is the correct one. Now moving to next. Okay. The manifestation of the band structure in solid is due to which of the following? Okay. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, Bohr's correspondence principle, or Boltzmann's law. Which one is the correct? Manifestation of band structure in solid. This is also in chemistry. previous year you already studied in chemistry. Yeah, obviously, Lisa, it's correct. Obviously, it's Pauli's exclusion principle of Bau and Pauli, right? See, moving to next. At what temperature a pure semiconductor behaves slightly as a conductor? Behaves slightly as a conductor. At what temperature a pure semiconductor behaves slightly as a conductor? As you know, in pure semiconductor, number of electrons and number of holes both are same, right? Number of both charge carriers, negative charge carriers and positive charge carriers are same, and it's having negative temperature coefficient, negative temperature coefficient, all right? Okay. That means at high temperature, yeah, Lisa, it's the correct one. At high temperature, covalent bonds break. Each covalent bond produce hole and electrons pair. Hole and electron pair, that means a charge carrier, right? A pair of charge carrier. That means at a high temperature, we have lot of charge carriers. That means it's a conductor. What is basic difference between conductor and semiconductor? That means in semiconductor, there are no free charges available. At a certain temperature, bonds are free and charge carriers available, right? See, as you know that in PN junction diode, the curve just like this. Before this, it's an insulator, and after this is a conductor. See. Moving to next. What is the function of the receiver? What is the function of receiver? Convert signal into electrical form, reduce noise during the transmission, operating on the received signal, converting the signal into useful form. We're just talking about receiver. Operating on the received signal. Okay. Identify the correct combination for a step down transform. Step down, that means what? Number of turns in primary coil is greater than number of turns in secondary. No, it's C only. Operating on the received signal, conclude all these points. Alright? Conclude all these points. So appropriate answer is C1. Okay? Okay, Lisa. Now, in a step down transformer, there is a lower number of turns in secondary coil and higher number of turns in primary coil. Just check that out. NS is, this one is wrong, this one is wrong. Right? Now, I have two options eliminated, B and C. Now, just considering A and D. In A and D case, see, potential in secondary is lesser than potential in primary. As you know, EMF produced across the solenoid depends on the number of turns. That means in primary coil, there is more number of turns, that means more EMF, which means Vp is greater than Vs. D is the correct one. This is the wrong one. Just because this statement is same in both the option, and this is also same in both the option. So the deciding factor is only the potential. Yeah, it's correct. Sambuk, it's correct. Yeah, correct answer. Okay. Now, moving to next question. Okay. Let's see. If a 0.5 Henry inductor, 80 microfarad capacitor and a 40 ohm resistor are connected in series with a 150 volt 60 Hz supply, calculate the impedance. See, if want to calculate impedance, which means Z, which is equals to what? This is R square plus XL minus XC square. Or you can written as this is XR square. You can also written as this is XR square. Is it? These are reactants basically. Now, calculate the value of these XL, XC and just put it. See, if I'm talking about the value of XR, which is 40, this is the correct one. And what about XL? XL is what? XL is what? This is 2 pi LF. 2 pi LF. Now, this is the value of L, which is 0.5 Henry, right? And this is the value of C. This is 80 microfarad, which means what? 80 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad, right? 80 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad. Now, see, this is 2 into 3.14 into, what is the value of L? This is 0.5 into frequency, 60 hertz. Frequency is how much? It's 60 hertz. It's 60 hertz. All right. It's 60 hertz. Okay. This is 188.67 ohm approximately. 67 or 47. It's I think 47. 49. Okay. Ohm. Now what about XC? This is 1 upon 2 pi FC. That means 1 upon 2 into 3.14 into 60 into, what is the value of C? This is 80 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is basically 34.5. 34.5. Now, put all these values in Z. All these values in Z. See, Z is equals to under root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Is it? What about Z? This is 40. This is 40. What about XL? XL 188.49. 188.49 minus of 34.5. This is 34.5 square. Now, this is 1600 plus 1600 plus 153.92 square. And if you solve all these, you get approximately 159.03. 159.03 ohm. Approximately. Let's see the answer from the option. Let's see the answer from the option. Yeah, it's calculative. It's calculative. Let's see the option. We get 159.03, all right? And the nearby answer is this one, B, 160.3. So we go with B option only. B option only. Okay? You can calculate the exact value also. You can calculate exact value also. I'm just putting the approximate value. So, moving to next. Is it or not? Okay, fine. Okay, moving to next. Yeah, it's correct. B is the correct one. Moving to next. What is the ratio of speed of infrared and ultraviolet rays in vacuum? Just focus on this word, vacuum. Speed of vacuum, if considering air, then also answer will be the same. Alright? Yeah. Just because in medium they are different. But in vacuum, in air, both are same. Both are same. Both are same. That means the ratio is what? 1. If the speed of both ultraviolet and infrared are same, then the ratio is also same. That is C. Alright, moving to next. Okay, so moving to next. Yeah, Lisa, Iman, it's correct, it's correct. And rest of the public, you can also put your answer, right? It's true or false, but you can put your answer, right? Yeah. Sambhu Manan, it's C. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. Yeah. Okay. Now moving to question number 37. These are the last three questions of this session. So, what do you think about this? If the wavelength of electromagnetic radiation is double, what happened to the energy of photons? What happened to the energy of photons? You know energy, what is the relation between energy and wavelength? These are reciprocal basically, right? E is equals to hc upon lambda. Comes from Einstein's relativity equation, famous equation, E equals to mc square. E is equals to hc upon lambda. What is h? H is basically Planck's constant, right? This is Planck's constant. C is also speed of light, which is also constant. SOL, speed of light. Then what? E is inversely proportional to lambda. Now here, wavelength of electromagnetic radiation is doubled. That means 2 lambda. If I have 2 lambda, that means E equals to half. If lambda gets doubled, then E is half, energy is half. B is the correct one? Yeah, B is the correct one. Yeah, Iman, Lisa, it's correct. Is there any problem with any question? Let me know in the chat box. Is there any problem with any question? Hopefully it's not. Okay, so we're discussing in depth. Each and every question we were discussing in depth. So don't worry about concepts. Just move on, next question. Yeah. Great, Lisa. Thanks. And it's great. Okay. Now moving to question number 38. What it is? Which law can Ampere's circuit be derived from? Gauss law? No. Newton's law? No. Okay. Kirchhoff's law? No. Bias-Savarty. Ampere's circuit law. What it is? It's B dot dl, which is equals to mu naught times of I. This is same as Gauss theorem, right? This is same as Gauss theorem. As you know, to find electric field intensity due to charged body, it's typical, right? It's typical. So that we use Gauss theorem. In the same way, if we are considering a current carrying conductor and we will going to find magnetic field at any point due to a current carrying conductor, that's typical in some cases, so that we use Ampere's circuit law. All right, see, what is the similarity? That is, from Gauss theorem, phi is equals to 1 upon epsilon naught times of charge present inside the body. All right, and E is equals to d phi. Phi is equals to E ds cos theta. And E is equals to phi upon ds cos theta. And phi calculated from here. So that it's easier to find electric field intensity at any point by using Gauss theorem. And in the similar way, it's very easy to find magnetic field intensity at any point due to a current carrying conductor. So it's D option is the correct one. Now moving to next question. Just calculate. I will give you time. Just calculate. I think it's visible, right? Let me rewrite. This is basically 3 ohm. This is 8 ohm. This is 10 ohm. This is 2 ohm. This is 4 ohm. This is 7 ohm. Okay. This is EMF with internal resistance 1 ohm. This is 86 volt. And this is also resistance. Now circuit is complete. I will give you time. Just solve it. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. See, if you have any confusion with series and parallel combination, then just use, if I have two components from here only, that means if current at this node, here I1 and here I2, then these are in parallel. Then these are in parallel. If current divides into the parts, then these are parallel. Current is just like a water, right? And these are the pipe. If I have a junction where two paths of water, that means first path is this one and second path is this one, then what is happening with the water? Divide into two parts. That means I, which is equals to I1 plus I2. At this time, if I am considering this is R1, this is R2, these are in parallel. If I have only one path to move, either it is in this form, this is R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, current having only one path to move, then these all are in series combination. These all are in series combination. Electric current just like a water flow. It's just like a water flow. See. Come to this question. What do you think about this? See, this is 86 volt. If I ampere of current moving, then from 3 ohm moving here. See, this is I1, this is I2. I1 basically from 8 ohm, from 10 ohm, from 2 ohm and coming at here. From here, it's I2. Now, this is I1 plus I2. Again, this means I. What it mean? It means 8 ohm, 10 ohm and 2 ohm in series combination. Let's solve this in stepwise. 8 ohm, 10 ohm and 2 ohm. These are in series, which means R dash. What it is? This is 20 ohm. Now, putting this 20 ohm from here. This is 20 ohm. Now, as you see, this 4 ohm and 20 ohm are in parallel. So, 20 ohm and 4 ohm in parallel. Then what it is? R equivalent is equals to 20 into 4 upon 20 plus 4. As you know that reciprocal of 1 upon R equivalent, which means 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Now, this is 80 upon 24. Okay. What do you think about if these two solve, then just put it here. What is the value of this? These are solved. That means this is 80 upon 24. Now see, this I moving from this, and in series combination just put this on. Internal resistance of cell is always putting in the series combination with the cell. Now what it is? 3 ohm, 80 upon 24, 7 and 1, all these in series combination. 3 ohm, 80 upon 24 ohm, 7 ohm and 1 ohm. These are in series combination, which means finally R equivalent have 80 upon 24. Now just add up 3 plus 7, 10, 1, 11. Which means R equivalent is equals to, this is basically 344 upon 24. Just add up 344 upon 24. This is the value of R equivalent. But we have to calculate current. From Ohm's law, V equals to IR, I equals to V upon R. V is 86. And what about R? This is 344 upon 24. 344 upon 24, that means 20. Alright. Okay. Sorry, this is 86 basically. 86 4 ja 344 and 4 6 MP. D is the correct one. Yeah, that's great. If you guys answer this question only, then that's great. Yam, Shambhu Manan, Lisa, I think it's great. Okay, so fine. Is there any confusion with this question? Any confusion with this question? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, now moving to next. But before that, just remember one thing. In series combination, I will be the same. Just, SSC, it's an exam basically. SSC, series same current. And another one is in parallel combination, potential will be always same. And what is the jingle for it? PPS. Parallel potential, PPS, right? Okay, just like a little baby, P, same like that. It's PPS, right? PPS, right? Fine. Moving to next. Yeah, this is the correct one. This is the final question. This is the last question of this session. I hope everyone can answer this question. I think everyone can answer. See, I'm just putting formula for your help. C is equals to epsilon naught times of D upon A. D is the basically separation, and A is the area of cross section. A is the area, all right, of plate. This is the parallel plate capacitor, right? Just put all these values. And what is the value of epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is just 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12, right? Yeah. You have the value of D. What is the value of D? See, separated 20 mm. 20 mm, that means 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Why putting minus 3? Just because this is in mm. And we have to calculate the value of C by using standard unit, that is meter. In the same way, what is the value of A here? Here is the value of A, 100 square of centimeter, which means A is equals to 100 into 10 to the power minus 4. Alright? Minus 4. Why putting minus 4? Just because it's an area. Right? Okay. Put all these values and you have to calculate 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. What is this? Is D, that means 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 and upon 100 into 10 to the power minus 4, and the option is 4.425. This 4.425 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad. Okay. Okay. It's epsilon naught A upon D, na? Okay. It's epsilon naught A upon D. Okay. See, 4.42. Okay. Now, we completed all these questions, 40 questions from physics, and you already discussed with mathematics, biology and chemistry. So okay, fine. Now the time to like, share and subscribe. All right, I hope you got answers and concepts as well. So just like, share and subscribe. All right, just share the session with your friends, right? So we'll meet in next session. That is 2 marker question session, and it will happen tomorrow. Right? It will happen tomorrow. At the same time, we'll meet with 2 marker question. So just Take care of yourself. Keep studying, keep smiling. We'll meet in next session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.